Damn. But here we go. We're getting into our next series. Getting into our... we're getting into a proper island map this time. Remember earlier we were loading into Monty Hall? Monty Hall was a pseudo-island map. This is a very real island map instead. And here we go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Neo Isles. Oh god, what's it called? Hold on. I almost said Neo Isles Square. Neo Isles of Siren. We have the Polish Protoss player playing Brood War Protoss for Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the Polish Terran player, the Orange Terran. It is Spirit. Rocking the SC2 race, and if you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Again, coming into this, I do favor Spirit, but this is an island map, a proper island map. What do I mean by that? Well, our players are on their own islands. There's 4 islands in total. There's 4 possible locations to spawn in. Top left, top right, and bottom left as well. So 4 possible spawn locations. And how many bases do you have to yourself? Well, we have here the natural with high yield gas, we have the 3rd base with high yield gas, and we have a 4th expansion here, which is a lot more exposed. Now this 4th base is a part of the island, but as you can see here, you have to go the long way around. What this means, and we have seen this a lot on Neo Isles of Siren, is that this base can be very vulnerable to attacks because a ground army, as you can imagine, if for example Gerald he's here with Charger Archon, for example, and I know that he's playing Brood War, but for example, if he's here with Dragoon, to respond and to rotate to a drop here, he has to be in position. If not, it takes so long to just run all the way around and actually get to this location. So it can be very awkward to defend some of these locations if you're not otherwise split up prematurely. Meanwhile, of course, Spirit has the advantage of lifting buildings. So if he wanted to, we can lift buildings and float to the other islands and take more bases. So Spirit will have that advantage. Likewise, there is a center island as well, which has a plethora of gas and mineral patches to take advantage of. We actually have seen players take this base first as the first island that they kind of expand to, and then use this as a staging ground to lay siege upon one of the other bases. As you can see here, you can actually set up a tank and actually support your army as you push in towards the exposed base. Well, whether it's this base, whether it's this base as well, or either of these exposed bases. So this center island could be kind of like a staging ground for that. As we have casted many a game on Neo Isles of Siren. Neo Isles even. Here we go. Hyper1 saying, why did I pick this map? I think Gerald, again, he's very unfamiliar with the maps, at least from what we saw with Monty Hall. So I think Gerald, he's happy to play anything. I think Spirit was like, oh, let's play on this map. And Gerald's like, sure, okay, I guess so. Little does he know. Little does he know what's going on. As you can see, he's trying to scout. Oh, he doesn't know. He's trying. He's ran across the map. He's like, why can't I scout you? He doesn't know. He doesn't know, Pappy. He's trying. I'm waiting for the comment. I'm waiting for him to yeah, he knows the minutes. He didn't know. He didn't know. Yeah, this is what I spoke about earlier. Gerald, he's playing a lot of these maps for the first time, and let's go. Let's go. Oh, it looks like Steadfast. It looks like I don't know if Steadfast has casted much StarCraft Evolution. Maybe he didn't know either. But yeah, it's an island. There you go. Shout out to Steadfast. Steadfast is also casting in English. I think he might be casting for the first time. I'm not too certain. But yeah, 3rd base being taken. Spirit, he's like, oh, you fell for my trap. We have double Stargate on the way into +1 air attack going into Sky Toss. So Gerald getting ready for Mass Sky Toss. Meanwhile, Spirit should be getting ready for his own setup here, going into Bio instead. I mean, again, he's playing SC2, so he can go for drop play. Drop play is going to be accessible here for Spirit. So he can be very active with a Bio army early on. High-key evil. Oh no. Gerald's like, I trusted you, Pappy. I trusted you to pick the map. Spirit's like, mate, we're competing. Money's on the line. You trust the Terran? Ah, big mistake. Gerald, he's never gonna trust anyone again. He's like, never again, Pappy, never again. He was so pure. He was too pure, Pappy. Too pure for this world. The deception. The betrayal. Ah, no. From this moment onward, Gerald, he's going to start regrowing his mustache. That's what's going to happen. He's going to... Ah, no. The mustache era, it's coming back. He's going to turn into a villain as he's going mass carrier. Let's go. We have mass carrier on the way. Now, the problem here is, again, it takes a long time for carriers to come online. And the reality is, here come Banshee Harass, Cloak Banshee, bear that in mind as well. And Spirit, he's going for drop play. Stim is almost done. Medevac should be on the horizon here with the reactor on that starport. And Spirit should be the first to be aggressive. Here we go. Double Banshee in towards a third. Cloak is done. And a zero detection. Yeah, probes and pop off. Zero detection here for Gerald. Not again. There's actually no... Yeah, I mean, what can we do? There's zero detectors for Gerald. Probes are just going to go down, and what can be done? Robo's now on the way, but he has to make an observatory as well. Like, he has to go Robo, then observatory, then detection. So now it's time for Gerald to die to the Invisible Man. Remember, game 1 against Zardian yet. He's like, mate, do you know that you need a Robo? Do you know how to play Protoss? Do you want some help? I can link you a guide. Spirit, calm down. Oh my god, he's an animal. I can link you like a YouTube tutorial, mate. Do you know how to? Oh no. As the robot again, he can't make any. He has to make the observatory first. Like, he can't make an observer. That's not how Brutal works. There we go. Banshee finally goes down. To be honest, if Spirit had kept making, if he kept making Banshees, he would just win the game. Like, if he had made like a third, a fourth Banshee, he doesn't obviously like he wasn't aware that it would be so successful. But that is how many probes? That is 21 probes going down. Ay ay ay, insane damage. And Spirit, he's miles ahead. He is miles ahead at this point. For those that are curious, to make an observer in Brood War, you have to make another building. It goes Robo, then another building, and then you can start observer production. So Gerald, he just was not ready for that tech at all. Was not ready. He wasn't thinking about Banshees. Was caught off guard. I would appreciate some translations in the chat. Would appreciate it. As that's too much to interpret. I'd like to believe he's saying, like, you took advantage of me. And here comes the Doom Drop. Does dive in. Hits the center expansion. 11 probes going down in an instant, and now we can just stim and win. There's no support. There's no splash damage. Storm just now began. And he gets one carrier. And he's going to get the other as well. The other barely does survive, but nothing else. There it is. G! The 1G, and Spirit will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Spirit will take lead in the series. Does know about carrier upgrades. I mean, he was too far behind at that point, right? Like, he lost, what, 21 workers, 21 probes, like, brutal damage early on. Yeah, even if he had any upgrades, he only had 2 carriers anyway. Like, things were looking bleak there for Gerald, and yeah, alas, in the end, he was torn apart. He was overwhelmed. And now we're getting into game number 2. And the question becomes, what map are we going to be stumbling into this time? Oh boy. Where are we dropping? Monty Hall? No shot. Sylphid. Okay. Here we go. Sylphid is a 3-player spawn map. Is a 3-player spawn map. Is a little bit more standard in that respect. You know, there's no quirky, you know, islands, bases or islands. There's no weird setup like that. Oh. There's no islands. There's no hidden bases. Should be good to settle in. And now Gerald gets to play SE2. So Gerald, he is picking the StarCraft 2 Protoss race, and Spirit, it's time for him to flex his Brood War Terran. Let's go. Time to flex. Do people use cannons for detection in Brood War? I mean, they can. They can. I could be mistaken. I don't think there was a forge either for Gerald. Could be mistaken. Regardless, here we go. We're setting up and spawning in the bottom hand corner of Sylphid. We have the blue Protoss player from Atlanta, Poland, representing Streamer Zone down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back and force the ace match. The pressure's on. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Terran player from Atlanta, Poland, representing, I should say, the Brood War Terran, leading the series 1-0. It is Spirit. Here we go. As again, it is a 3-player spawn map. You can spawn in top center, bottom right, or bottom left. And we can see Gerald here scouting, checking for the spawn location of Spirit. And he's checking bottom left first. So it'll take a little bit longer here. Oh, never mind. We're setting up our proxy. Bold move. He's going to be proxying here in between the northern and southern bases. Assuming... no, never mind. Okay, never mind. We're just... Oh, does he not know where the spawn location is? Oh, okay. So it looks like he doesn't know where the base is meant to be. I think he just assumed cross spawn. But he'll get there. He'll get there. He will find his way to the base. And we'll find Spirit. But again, this is what unfamiliarity with the maps do cause. We gotta practice, man. We gotta practice. Let's go. He pokes in. Does poke in. Will delay the CC. Behind this, we do have the initial CC first interact. So economic build here by Spirit. Quite greedy, I should say. Going for the CC first. He will get away with it. I would say it's greedy, but you can get away with this on these more random location spawns because there's a chance, I mean, there's a low chance your opponent's going to be cheesing you, so you can get away with it. Command center is done. And we'll see how Spirit will follow this up. Is getting into mech double factory. Let's go. Now, fun fact, Spirit, because of his dominance in the StarCraft Evolution League, Spirit, he single-handedly got the Goliath nerfed. The Goliath was nerfed. If you watch Spirit versus Skillus, I do recommend the VODs, but Spirit, time and time again, he would intentionally even just avoid SE2 and just intentionally pick Brood War Terran and just would mass Goliath. And it was crazy how well he performed with just heavily reliance on that one unit. Of course, since then, the Goliath has been nerfed when it comes to its anti-ground attack, as it's meant to be more of a specialized unit. But we'll see. We'll see how he incorporates mech. For now, it is going to be the Vulture start. Vultures are amassing. We have the speed upgrade on the way. Stalker poking in, and Gerald, he's setting up with a proxy. Setting up to reinforce. So far, good kiting. Takes down a Marine. He gets one. Going for the other. Vulture has arrived. Boys are being pulled. And with the help of the boys, we will be able to buffer, able to support. And Geralt is going to be chased down. Likewise, the Vulture was adjusted in the most recent patch to be more microable. As you can see here, it's floating around a lot less. I think previously there was like an acceleration issue or like a different form of acceleration when it stopped moving. So it would actually like slide a little bit forward, but now it stops a little bit faster. And now it's just more microable. It's just easier to control, I should say. So there has been a performance enhancement to the Vultures in the latest patch. Now we can micro. Now it's just, yeah, you can see here, like, it's so much more crisp. And the first Stalker's going to go down. Gets one, going for the other. Shield battery is just now finishing, just in time. Oh my god, too late. Barely out of range. Stalker goes down, a brutal pickup. And now we're diving into the main base. Decent damage here from a Spirit. Trying to overwhelm behind this. Spider Mines is being researched. We'll take down another Stalker. And again, the shield battery is here at the natural, not in the main. Stalkers and sentries going down, and now we can go for the mineral line and go for the probes. Workers are going down. Getting 2, getting up to 3 probe kills. Jesus. 2 Vultures, 1-shot probes. That's crazy. That's insane. 7 probes going down. And Spirit, he backs off. He backs off. Spider Mines has been researched. Now we can lay down those mines. And we have siege mode on the way. So again, just embracing pure mech. If you're just watching from the SE2 side of things, you might be thinking, hey, mech versus Protoss, that's kind of like a niche thing. Brood War mech is a lot more viable than SE2 mech. I mean, we still see SE2 mech against Protoss, you know, shout out to Gumiho, for example. Oh my god. Brutal connections. But again, Brood War mech is definitely a little more solid here. Oh my god. As Blink is not done. And Stalkers are getting picked off. These are expensive losses for Gerald. He's going to be expanding towards his opponent. Spider-Man's is still set up. There's 2 Spider-Mans left. Geralt ideally wants to bait them out. He has Blink this time. Blink is done. Oh my god, takes 1 shot to the face! And already half HP. Half HP Stalkers. Ay. Did Blink 1 second too late. And behind this, tanks are setting up. We have double armory, double upgrades on the way. Spirit massing up tank vulture. Let's go. And we'll see if Gerald can recover, as he's been behind. Again, he lost a little workers early on, so he's been having to rebuild his workers, resaturate, working towards charge into what looks to be Colossus, or Disruptors. God, the vultures, they're zoomy boys. They're so fast. Coming from behind. They zone away with the spider mines. Pylon goes down. I think the best comparison, if you are mainly watching SE2, is the vulture is kind of like a split between a Hellion and a Cyclone. Like, it's hard to compare because vultures, they just do so much more damage than Hellions. So much more. 8 probes going down. There's so much micro potential as well. Like, they're pretty good. As that's 8 more workers. And Geralt getting pulled apart. Yo, Goliath production has begun. Not again. Does Spirit know they got nerfed? Does he know? Goliaths are building up. And again, if you missed out on the VODs, I do recommend the YouTube channel for StarCraft Evolution. But Spirit, he was heavily reliant on Goliath for support. But this time only a handful, okay? Only a handful of Goliaths. He's going back into vultures. Again, vultures, they just have so much utility with their spider mines. Gerald's trying to buy time. He sees the army, he's terrified. He's trying to buy more time, knocking down those rocks. Ooh. Oh my god! Oh, you got 2 tanks! Massive pickoffs, 2 tanks go down! And Spirit not where he wanted to be. Oh my, the spider mines! Oh my god! No! XD! As he lures him in, the spider mines, they shut him down! Spirit did lose 2 tanks, but it was worth it. The bait was real! Nova goes up. Good connection. Takes down 3 of those spider mines. Ay. But Geralt, it was a trap! It was a trap, Papi. The 3rd is gonna go down. He cannot save the 3rd. Not like this. Tanks are moving in. Not gonna lie, I thought the tower was gonna fall to the right hand side. I didn't know it was gonna fall vertically like that. I don't think Spirit was aware either. All planned, exactly. Calculated, Papi, calculated. All planned. The tanks, they gave their lives to the greater good. Like, maybe we could just like unsiege and move out of the way. No. We have to make it look real. Oh, there he goes up. Takes down 2 vultures. Oh, it does not quite connect towards the end though. The target firing is too good, and Spirit, he does it. He breaks through the defensive line. Geralt, he barely has an army remaining, down to a handful of stalkers. There's 2 shield batteries. The tanks, they shell away at the mineral line. They take down 12 workers. The 3rd is not going to get up and running. It's not going to happen. Across the map, we have some harass. Harass is cleaned up. The base is going to go down, and Spirit, he's just starving Geralt out. And there it is. GG. Spirit, he will claim the series 2-0, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. GG, well played. Spirit flexing his SC2 Terran and his Brood War Terran as well. Congratulations. Spirit, he will advance on to the next round. But as I mentioned, Spirit, he is arguably, actually I would say, the best Terran player currently in StarCraft Evolution. He's the best Terran player that we have to offer here. He is one of the favorites to win the entire tournament. He's the one to beat. So rough seeding here for Gerald, rough for anyone to face off against Spirit. He has been putting in a lot of work, he has been practicing, has been improving. There's a reason why he's here, and there's a reason why he came second in the full championship. GG. GG, well played. Whew. Spirit will claim the win, and we'll see where that leads us. We'll see where that takes us here as we catch up on the bracket and figure out where we are headed. As we are jumping over to the Americas region, and we will be catching up on the bracket. Catching up. A lot of updates. Looks like the initial round has concluded. The initial round has concluded here. And exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves.